Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 31 of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Last episode we made the creative ending upgrade, which by all practical intents and purposes means we have creative items. However, there's still a bunch of quests left in this quest chapter, so I figured let's take one more day to complete it out just so we can say that we finished the entire... I can't say I finished the entire quest book because there's a lot of quests that I just like... It's not difficult to do, it's just I can't be bothered to make one of everything. Too much work. So we'll just make one of everything in this quest tab and say good enough. All right. Another thing we'll do in this video is just like wrap things up for this series, and I don't know, I'll think about what I'll play next. Although I have no clue what I'll play next. Let's start with the creative screen. This seems pretty easy. In fact, this is an item where we could have made this a long time ago. Just a little bit of crafting. Since almost all of the crafting I'll do at this point will be one-off stuff, it'll largely be manual work. Like, it's no easier to set up recipes to make it once than to manually put things in their place once, right? So once I have one, I can just add it to the creative... There we go. Add it to the drawer wall, and look, quest complete. And we have an infinite supply of them. Okay. Claim that quest. Oh yeah. Onto something perhaps a bit more useful. Let's make the creative mana tablet next. I'm somewhat surprised we managed to make it this far in the pack. I mean, basically we completed the pack with such basic mana production. At this point, all my mana is still being produced by Endo Flames. Of course, very soon it'll be creative, but still, just... What is this, like 30-ish Endo Flames? Carried us through the entire pack. I think, yeah, that's mostly because we built this system to produce the Terra Steel for us, right? Terra Steel is the one thing that uses a tremendous amount of mana. And we kind of got around having to make Terra Steel by getting it off the mobs. This here should make both the Creative Mana Tablet... Uh-oh. The mana ring needs to be charged. Alright, let's charge this up real quick. And it should make the mana pool right afterwards. Let's try that again with charged rings this time. There you go. Creative Mana Tablet, that's, I mean, you can guess what it is, right? It's a mana tablet, except it never empties. Likewise for the mana pool. Sure, you can live here. That's not whatever. We can put a spark on it later if we end up needing lots of mana, but I have a feeling that's basically all the mana we will need this pack. So, 1 and 2. Alright. We are... Hey. Where's my mana pool line? I've been scammed. Next up, let's make the creative modifier. This lets us just add more modifiers to our Tinker's Construct equipment, but again, practically doesn't do anything. I don't actually remember how to make this mending moss item. It doesn't have a recipe in JEI. I haven't used bending moss in this version of Tinker's Construct, at least not for a long time, but we had a few from quest rewards, so I was able to duplicate that, and that gets us creative item modifiers. Alright, these are sometimes useful to have more than one. With this, we can put as many modifiers as we like onto our equipment. Again, probably of dubious value, but can't stop me. Now we have 67 modifiers available on our laser gun. Woohoo. Next up, let's make the creative mill. This just gives us an infinite amount of grid power. These things are a little annoying to craft, but again, I can just duplicate any tier I get, so not going to be that bad. At this point, for most materials, I can't even be bothered to just get exact numbers of how much I need. I just pull out a whole stack, and we'll put the excess away when we're done. So anyways, creative mill gives us grid power. I don't know exactly how much. Looks like 10,000. Fair bit of grid power. Oh look, it even tells us. Alright, moving on. Here, let's make the flux capacitor. This requires the infinity catalyst. Let's duplicate all of our singularities, make the infinity catalyst and the, I guess we already have infinity ingots, so we really only need the catalyst. It's occurred to me now that if I was a little bit smarter in my planning, I could have probably stored an item, like locked a drawer, stored one of our infinity catalysts and one of our, like each of the creative tanks that I used, locked it so that it wouldn't like it'll retain the item even with 0 count in it, and then applied a creative ending upgrade to it later. So I did have to do this again, but since I'm not that smart and didn't think ahead that far, I have to remake one of each of these singularities and the. I guess we don't have to technically remake the creative tanks, but yeah, it's resulted in a lot more clicking for me. That's a little annoying how much clicking some of this stuff takes to make. So here's a bit of a problem. I can't seem to remember where I placed my extra Cosmic Meatballs, Ultimate Stew, and Endless Pearl. They don't appear to be in the ME system. And while I could recraft them, like it's a lot. It's hours of clicking to make those 3 items. Yeah, I legitimately don't know what chest I put the materials in. I remember making extras explicitly so I don't have to do this again. And I, for the life of me, don't know what chest I put those in. So, I'm going to cheat and just give myself the Infinity Catalyst. If I don't manage to find where my hidden components were, like I know they're around somewhere. They're in this space, I swear. But like, even if I use the Find in Nearby Inventories button, right? Like that when I went for the Singularity, it shows up. But that shows that the feature works, but like this, it doesn't highlight them. I have no clue where they are. So yeah, if I don't find them by the end of the video, bonus points to whoever finds them in the world download. Anyways, make this, set this to charge everything, and alright. Nice. Alright. Sure, let's make the creative builder's wand. Does this count as a creative? It's just a better builder's wand. It's not even creative. I think this recipe takes the cake as the easiest creative recipe. If it wasn't that it had to be made in this basic crafting table, we probably could have done it on day 1. Alright, well, a creative's a creative. CAD assembly. We're definitely never going to use this CAD assembly, but it's for the quest. Blame that. Alright, well, I'm about to run out of low-hanging fruit. So let's make a creative block exchanger really quick. Doesn't look that bad. There we go. So with this out of the way, we are now out of the easy creatives. Everything else here has to be made from the Draconic item. It's like the sword is made from the staff, the helmet is made from the Draconic helmet, and we're down a huge rabbit hole here. So let's dive right in. I mean, really, all this point, I can duplicate my angel rings, I can duplicate my mantle. Oh, does it? It doesn't have to be a tune. Okay, good. And everything else here we can duplicate. But, like, we need a wyvern helmet. We're going to need a wyvern chest piece, a wyvern, yada, yada, yada. But basically, everything here is the same except the wyvern pieces. So let's start by making wyvern of all the Draconic gear. And this is made... so much clicking to get one of everything. You don't understand. Like, it's good. Oh, okay, whatever. I'll stop complaining. Let me just gather up all this stuff and run it through the crafting core real quick. We only need 1, so the creative ending hardly even helps me here. I hope this recipe isn't exact sensitive to MBT data, because I have a little bit of charge on my my quantum suit armor that's going into here. I'm just upgrading the set that I was previously wearing. So yeah, all the recipes are basically the same, with the exception that, the helmet ones use all the helmet bits. So if I didn't mess it up, let's count the total number of items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18. Okay, good. So at least my item count is right. I should be able to just drop all of this into this chest. I did just set that filter, right? And it should hopefully, yes, do the infusion for me. Perfect. So I just have to run that for each of these to make the wyvern stuff. I'll probably add wyvern to the drawer wall just so I can, like, in case it's MBT data sensitive or something, I can revert back to clean ones, which I guess means I should put away my charger briefly so it doesn't charge the items as soon as I pick it up. Dang, you slow. How long does this take to make? 1,000 ticks. And time in a bottle. Get a lot of quest completes as we blow through this stuff too. Yeah, it's crafts very quickly when it gets to craft with a full stamina model. We can later duplicate the quest rewards if any of these loot boxes that come from. I mean, I guess I don't need to duplicate loot boxes for quest rewards anymore, do I? Probably superfluous, but I don't know. If we want to, we can. These are all the various Draconic Evolution quests that we skipped. I realized before I said that the chaotic core was gated behind the injector. No, it is gated the right way. The or well, it's all gated behind the chaos shard, and that's why the quest never unlocked. Because I guess this quest assumes you're supposed to make the Draconic armor before you go fight the chaos dragon. Okay. Just for good measure, I'm gonna disenchant our mantle, just in case the crafting recipe requires a unenchanted mantle. I doubt that's the case, but I've already duplicated our mantle, so we can unenchant them as we like. Next up, we can upgrade the Wyvern to Draconic through the exact same process. Probably also takes an unreasonable amount of time. Why does this take 2006? Whatever. I'm in a bottle. That's a lot of particles. 2 pieces done. Number 3. Go. And the 4th one. I'll add each of these to our wall as well. What are you? This piece. Kind of hard to tell at a glance what piece these are. Oopsies, I don't want to put them on yet. Legs and feet, just in case we need more. All right, now, here, I'm just gonna claim these loot bags real quick. Oh, look at all these quests I completed instantly. I'm gonna claim these loot bags, see if any of them are the good ones. We're looking for a metadata of 100, not 101. Nope, they're all bad loot chests. And now we have infinite of them. This last step of going from Draconic to Infinity is quite easy. Just a crafting table recipe. So with this armor, I mean, I guess we can kill the Chaos Dragon, but we could already kill the Chaos Dragon. I think it makes you go fast. Faster. A little bit faster. I thought it made you go a lot faster. Maybe there's a config for it. I don't know. Don't really care. Moving on, let's go to the sword. So the sword requires the Staff of Power, requires shovel, pickaxe, sword, and we just go down the rabbit hole a little bit. I almost like the flight of the Draconic armor more than this creative flight. This creative flight doesn't have inertia cancellation, so you tend to overshoot your target like all the time. Both the Draconic armor and the ring of whatever Angel Ring have inertia cancellation on their flight, which in my opinion actually makes it more usable, not less. So anyways, we should just start crafting. No, why? Pickaxe of the what? Oh, it has to be done in a Draconic crafter. Dang it! It's so hard to get all my items back from this thing. Give it back. Alright, Draconic crafter, do your thing. Good. At least this still works. I find it kind of funny how the Draconic armor takes 2.1 billion RF to make. Is that billion or is that trillion? 100,000? No, it's billion. Whereas the Draconic Staff of Power takes 128,000. Like, slight disconnect there. But that's one Draconic Staff of Power. Remember that Axe of the Wyvern we got earlier from the quest? There's like nothing that requires... Oh, no, I guess we'll need it to make this thing eventually, right? So maybe it won't completely go to waste. I don't know. Either way, we have an infinite supply of Draconic Staffs of Power now. I'll put that away before I break my base with it. Moving on from there, we can upgrade it into the Avaricious Sword. Alright. It does plus infinity attack damage. Seems pretty good. Pick is done. Next is the axe. So yeah, that does use a Draconic axe. Alright, so it doesn't go to waste. Craft the axe called Nature's Ruin and the Hoe of the Green Earth. Alright, so that should Oh, and the Did I not make a planet eater already? Oh no, I have the shovel on me. Alright, let's just craft one of those as well. What's missing? Infinity block. That can be arranged. Alright, give me a planet eater. Could you please? Nice. And with that, ta-da! Play ball. Bam! We've done a bunch of stuff. We have now completed the Bragging Rights questline. I'm gonna go real quick remake one of each of these creatives that we used up just so we can like put everything on display in one place. There's the energy cell, and this time I remember to duplicate it. We'll remake the fluid tank as well, and also add that to our wall. Because of my poor planning, I also have to process another 8 stacks of each of these various ores to get a full tank of slurry. Technically don't have to go make a full tank of each slurry. I can make this a little bit, like duplicate the tank and then move it around. But I think this is ultimately less work because we can just time in a bottle all of the involved machines. And nice little trick, if I run out of time in my time in a bottle, I can just duplicate the bottle still. I think I figured out how to get it into a drawer to duplicate. It needs to be an unlocked drawer, and we need a hopper into it. Like so. And then we can insert our time in a bottle. There we go. And now when I pull out a new time in a bottle, it duplicates the exact copy of that. Now if I have multiple time in a bottles in my inventory, they empty out the excess. So you can only have one at a time. But this one I can duplicate indefinitely as needed. So, we have infinite time in infinite bottles. Well, hey, I'm somewhat surprised that this recipe works this time. I guess what this tells me is that I did something wrong last time when it wasn't crafting. What that thing was, I don't know. You guys have probably told me already, but I probably had 2 items swapped or bad MBT data on an item. Who knows? Or maybe I was a dirty cheater and just had the wrong item somewhere. But anyways, that's the gas tank. So all that leaves is the generator from Industrial Craft. Oh hey, I found it. I meant to say we were making the creative power cell, by the way, but part of that involved crafting the tier 5 solar array controller, and I guess this is where my spare stuff was sitting in the table, and I guess items, if they're sitting in the table, aren't found by searching inventories. Alright, well, that's one mystery solved, I guess. I was careful this time to not accidentally charge our energy cells while getting them placed here, and I don't know if this will work. Yeah, it still doesn't work. So I guess I think the first time I crafted this, we ran into a problem too, right? And I just had to cheat in energy cells to fix it. Let's try that with cheated in cells. The cheated in ones have 1 MBT tag versus my crafted ones, which have 8, and it still doesn't work. So now I'm starting to think I put something in the wrong spot. Oh no, this again? 5s on the side. Oh, they're 5s and 4s, not 5s and 6s. Whoops. That's an easy enough problem to solve, and there we go. Creative power cell. Okay, so once again, that actually completes our full set of creatives. Now let's set up a little shrine to exonerate them, or to honor them. What's going on down there? Oh, I think there's mobs suffocating. Oh, the poor... Oh my gosh, poor squid. It's drowning, but it's like just barely in range of my regen thing. So it's getting regen from my beacon, nanobot beacon, whatever. Not nanobot beacon, the this beacon. Which is keeping it alive. Poor thing. Anyways, yeah, let's build our shrine, and what better place to put it than right up against the nuclear reactor. Roughly modeled after the shape the quests are laid out in the quest book, and much like the quest book, I am off-center. Perfect. So here is our final monument. We've completed the monument. We've gotten all the colors of wool. Wait, wrong game. But we have all the creatives now. So I think it's time we send this world to its next life. For that, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to bring the Chaos Island explosion over to the overworld. I know I can spawn it with a command, but I think I have an idea that we can do to bring the explosion here without having to cheat. So first of all, I'm going to move our world spawn to somewhere near the base and then take a backup for the world download, and then we can blow things up. My idea here is to use Applied Energistics spatial storage, which lets you store, in a sense, it lets you store blocks, but I believe it also grabs entities in the area and store them away in a drive to redeploy later. So, in fact, let's actually put an entity here. Here I have something we can put in here. Maybe not a blaze, that'll fly away. Put a cow here. My cow keeps escaping from the so we're going to use a ferret instead. There's a white ferret trapped in there. Our cell in here and go. That decide. Oh, it didn't take this last column because the space that gets saved is exclusive of the very edges of your pylons. That's all right. So the first click takes it away. Second click, well, it would put it back if I cycle the cell back into that slot. There we go. So with this, we can kidnap entities. My idea is to kidnap the explosion entity and move it to our base. So let's bring this with us, head over to the end, and go kill ourselves an ender or a chaos dragon. I just teleported myself 90% of the way there. We'll fly the last bit, and then hopefully we can just kill the ender dragon with one tap of the sword. Oh, there he is. Hello, friend. I've come to end you. And this time, he actually can't hurt us because we are in infinity armor. So, sucks to be you. I'm pretty sure if we just hit him, he dies. Oh. Yeah, it says the attack's blocked, but he still dies. Ah, sucker. There's something to consider whether I want to take the entire crystal or just the explosion. In version 1.7 of Minecraft, Draconic Evolution had a check in the crystal breaking code, such that it can only be broken in effectively its spawn position. Like you couldn't kidnap them, you couldn't duplicate them, etc., etc. So I think because of that, I'm going to try to kidnap the explosion. So I'm pretty sure we are, yeah, we should include the explosion right now. You know what, let's go one longer along each axis just to be safe. Alright, so quick sanity check. Required power is a lot less than stored power. So if I break this, that begins the explosion, and then I hit this button. Did that eat the explosion? It stored the thing. So now it's just a matter of, does this graphic still go off? If this island explodes in like 10 seconds, then I think it didn't work. But if the island doesn't explode, then I think it did work, and then we can take this setup back to the overworld and transfer our explosion. Based on the fact that the island's not gone yet, I think we did it. We can release the explosion now by putting our spatial cell here and then giving a redstone signal. Oh, I didn't bring my button. Why do I have 20 chaos shards? Are chaos shards affected by fortune? That's news to me. Today I learned. Alright, well, if I hit that button, I think that'll release the explosion here if all goes well. So it definitely released something. Because the stuff isn't in the cell anymore. Let's wait a minute and see if anything explodes. If not, I'll just summon in the actual explosion. There's a command that can spawn it. I was really hoping this would work. I'm sure there's some more practical uses for Applied Energistics spatial storage than trying to kidnap Draconic evolutions, but we'll see. Anyways, I think this has been a nice, fun pack. A little sad to see it come to an end. I'm going to miss all the extremely fast machines in this pack. Going back to normal speed machines will be a bit of a challenge. But it looks like this didn't quite do it, huh? That's a bit of a shame. Here, let's give it one more go, just a sanity check. I'll put some filler blocks inside. Apparently rutile ore has filler blocks. If the ore disappears, so we know it did something. Yeah, it did something. Dang it. That's a shame. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to go kidnap another one. This time I'm just going to try taking the entire Chaos Crystal with us. Uh-oh. Oh wait, I forgot to put the cell in. Give me my spatial storage cell. No, it looks like we are not allowed to take the entire crystal with us. Alright, one more thing to try then. Be quick about it. I'm gonna grab it, and maybe the time until explosion is ticking down as we travel. So if I'm quick, maybe we can redeploy this cell to the overworld before it explodes. There it goes! Alright, explosion. Please do your thing. Yes, I think we done it! We should get a pretty big explosion coming in here. Yeah, I think the cell is stored in like another dimension, but if the time continues to tick down, right, that explosion will eventually just go off while more or less harmlessly held in the applied energistic storage cell dimension. So, I didn't set my drawers to not drop. I guess our drawers don't drop their items, but I didn't set the tile entities and everything else to not drop items. So, this might crash our world. Here it goes. Or maybe we just get the visual effect. Oh, I'm flying. So, something definitely happened. There's less stuff here than there was before. I definitely expect my client and or server to crash. But, she's giving it all she's got. The minimap's already starting to update. Stuff has definitely exploded, and this is very satisfying. Alright, so let's go check in on the aftermath in a minute or so. Alright, here we go. The rendering has finally started to catch up. We're getting our frames back. I had to delete all remaining item entities, but here's what survived. A rocket. This is good. Apparently, if you're going to have a huge explosion go off, hide in or behind your rocket. And whatever this flute, this is starlight? Oh, this is where I was doing my wood infusion. I guess the source block got killed. It's just a flowing block, continues to flow for a bit. Yeah, the explosion went clean through the bedrock, poking nice holes in the bedrock. And here we have it. This is what remains. This is our old Grains of Infinity farm. It looks like it blew up the drawer that was holding the Grains of Infinity. Well, I think that's one of the best send-offs for a series we've ever had. Very appropriate considering how fun this series was. A great series and a great send-off. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this ending here. If you want to check out the world, the link to the world download will be in the description. And yeah, as for what series I'll be playing next, I don't know yet. If you have ideas, feel free to put them either in the comments or join my Discord and send them to me there. There's a lot of new packs, old packs, all kinds of stuff to play. So I'll decide in. Oh, look, some of our Astral Sorcery stuff survived. Yeah, I'll decide when we get, in the next couple of days, and then as usual, there'll probably be a couple of days off, and the next series, let's see, this is probably coming out on a Monday, if my schedule is correct. So the next series will probably begin late this week, I'd say. So like Thursday or Friday, maybe Wednesday. All right. Well, yeah, that's all, folks. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye. I am going to go live on Mars now.